Hello and welcome to episode 16 of our Rayuel campaign. So before we jump into today's episode, I just want to let you guys know that a new series is going to be starting up here on the channel on the 1st of January, this Saturday. We are going to be playing in the Aerodan region as an Autumn Court nation. The whole kind of lore and interest in the area is that the religion is based off of the 4 seasons, and each season has kind of created its own political faction, and they're each vying for dominance. There's a lot of new content that was just released in the Light and Dark update. I'm super excited to jump into it. It's going to be very fun, and I hope to see you all there. So, let's focus on this campaign now. Now, in the last episode, we went to war with Jadari, and we made a little bit of a snake out here, and we also fed our vassal, Sariand. Now, earlier on, I made a mistake, and I gave Sariand Azkabar. We need this to form our formable nation, Circus. So, right here you can see we need Brasan, which we are going to go and get today, and we also need this. Now, we are annexing Sariand, but that's not going to happen until 1583, which is not great. That's another 20-ish years, and I kind of want to form the nation a little bit earlier than that. So what we are actually going to do is we are going to take that land. We're going to seize it. This is going to put them up to 100% Liberty Desire. So this is a bit of a risk, but I think it's worth it, and we can actually get them to be loyal. We just have to first go ahead and get rid of the integration policy. So this gives us an additional minus 5% Diplo annexation cost, but it adds 15% Liberty Desire. But we don't need that 5% cost until later on when we're within 5% of annexing them. So we can safely get rid of this for now. Now that brings them down to 98, which means all we have to do is placate their rulers, however many times that was, I think it was 5, and they are at 48%. And every time they go over, we can placate them or put a point of development into their land, and then they will become loyal again. That does mean that we do have to core this province, which is 107 admin power, but I definitely think that's worth it. Gotta live with our mistakes. I don't know why that made them disloyal when I started to pour it. That was odd. Let's we can't placate them again, so let's go ahead and develop their cheapest province. There we go. Each point of development gives them a little bit of reduction. Their development is not going to be the problem for Liberty Desire. It will be the fact that we stole a very valuable 25 development province from them. So with that out of the way, I think it is time to let our troops handle these rebels. Oh, because that gave us overextension, we now... I did not even think about that, because we were good on the rebel front. That's okay. We'll boost up to 2 stab. It's very expensive, but I'm just paying for my mistakes over and over again. So we're going to let our guys sit here for a couple months, get those rebels to chill on out, and then we are going to move south and go to war with Kheterata. Because we need Brasan and preferably all of this. That way we can have almost the entirety of the Bulwar under our control by the end of this episode, which is pretty exciting. It has been a very long time. Now, it will take 40 months to convert some of this stuff, but might as well get going on it while we have a missionary strength advisor. We are also re-electing our ruler, even though our Republican tradition is not great. I really want a diplomatic reputation guy. Yep, that way we can annex a little bit faster. Alright, and that should be... Wait, why are you back? What in the world? Alright, well, we're waiting a little bit more than I wanted to, but I think we'll live. So, we've already completed this. Sure. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I won't complain. 4 years until we take military tech. This tech is important. It gives combat width and infantry fire. So I am not going to take the next idea in quantity, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, our allies. I want to call them into this war to deal with Sagamber. Arnanin will join. Busalar will not. Because they like them? Okay, well then I can't get you in. Istralor won't because they have some debt. So we will pay off Istralor's debt right before we go to war. And we will bring, let's see, Are we good on the rebel front? No. Let's bring you over right here, and we'll bring you to the south. Now, Kheterata is at war with the Jadari, so hopefully all their armies are busy over here. We can send one stack back to siege down their valuable land, and the other two can be defensive. Wow. No, the merchant guilds can just be upset. And this guy has declared war on the Jadari. Hopefully they take more than 3 provinces this time. And there are bandits, that's alright. I'm sure our adventurers will deal with them eventually. The Wed is preparing to attack someone. Laurent is looking absolutely massive. That's terrifying. And we can kind of see a little bit up here. And it looks like the Lake Federation has, in fact, unified. So they are going to have lots of manpower, lots of men. Hopefully they stay behind on military tech and don't mess with us. I don't know if our mission tree will take us in that direction, but yeah, they're kind of scary. We are making 51 ducats a month. 51. That is insanity. And there we go. The rebels have popped up. I was not... Oh, I could have gotten rid of them. That's unfortunate. Okay. Let's go ahead and move into position. Our general has died. That's unfortunate. Let's grab another one. Dang. Not a lot of shock, but I could use a lot more fire when our infantry get a little better. So let's go over to Istralor. Let's pay off their debt. Oh, are they really a great power? Oh no, they just paid off their debt, it looks like. Okay, well, fine by me. So both our allies will join. They shouldn't want any of Kheterata's land, at least none that I want. But just to make sure, you never know when the AI is going to be a little tricky and end up claiming your land. Go like this. Yeah. Alright, and with that, we are good to go to war with Kheterata. They do have a lot of men, but honestly, I am not worried. We have been rolling people recently. So, let's hope we can keep that up. We will not be going speed 5 during this war, that's for sure. They have way too many men for that. Looks like Jadari are unfortunately going to siege all of this down. So we will be here ready for them to peace out because they are losing their war pretty hard. And I expect a peace to come soon enough. Let's make sure that our trade fleet goes ahead and runs away. We are going to grab our combat fleet, give them an admiral, and send them back. Now if we look, we actually have the advantage when it comes to naval superiority. We will make sure our heavies are ready to rock and roll here soon enough. Oh boy. Okay, just looking for Kheterata's troops. Yes, they have 41 coming in over here with 18,000 cannons. Wow, okay. We could use some more cannons eventually. I think we send these 2 stacks over to fight on the front lines, and then this stack is going to make a run for their capital. And we'll see what happens. I just really want Sagamber to get dealt with. Oh yeah, Istralor should be able to do that no problem. Alright, let's bring all of our guys together, and we're going to push into the west. Now, we are not going to overstack here. There's not a lot of supply limit. We are going to simply move a little bit separately. You have lots and lots of money. And I wrote down that Eliza needs a temple for the mission. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the probably regimental camp. Remember, it's not a state. It's a trade company region. And we can always put it back in after we complete the mission. That would not be a problem for us. So let's make sure that we are sieging things down as we go. As soon as Sagamber wants out, we will gladly let them out. Ooh, prestige? I'm gonna... That is a difficult decision. Stability is good. I'm gonna take the prestige in this case, because we may need it. Now, it looks like he is running away. I will let him run away. It's not a problem with me. We get this 1k. Ah, no, he is moving back down. Just trying to outmaneuver the AI here. Our heavies should be good to go. We'll leave those galleys in port. I forgot to upgrade them, so we will go ahead and do that now. Yes, and we have to give our heavies another tick. Let's go ahead and start building some more manufactories. Yes, 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 yes. Together, and let's see if we can go ahead and catch them when they are not prepared for it. Let's go for their capital now, I think. Try and get all of the cannons on it that I can. Send you down. Off you go. No more harpies. They are faster than me, it looks like. Or at least they can move before. They have a 4-3-1 general. Oof, this is going to hurt. I don't know if this is actually a good engagement. But we are going to take it. Before I do that, let's check their army quality. Yeah. I have plenty of morale on them. But I could use some discipline. Not going to lie. So we'll do this, though I think we're going to end up taking more losses than they will. Let's see here. Oh, or not. Or not at all, actually. We absolutely obliterated them. Reinforced speed increase, very nice. And then we will... No, that is not the right button. Then we will back out. Right? We don't want to be sitting out here unsieging things that we don't need to deal with. We are not at war with the Jadari, we are at war with Kheterata, and I want to make sure that we stay focused on the war goal. Now we are going to do a little bit of some carpet sieging here. They get picked off, that's alright, but I do want to blast through their capital fort as fast as possible. We did take an attrition tick there, that's unfortunate. Alright, and then these guys just wait up top. We are going to keep him, of course. I really like those power points that he is bringing in. He is at 555 now, which is definitely going to help us out. Now, Sugamber wants out. That's very good. I want your money. I don't know how much I'll get. Half. Not bad for doing literally nothing. Let's see here. I could ask you to transfer trade. I don't think it's going to do much. Let's go for the prestige, I suppose. Yeah, break your alliance with Everthil. And you. Turn your cores to... Is that to Tellum? No, that's to Brasan, I believe. That looks like a fine peace deal against Sugamber. It's 85%. Get rid of alliance. There, sure. I don't mind them as Ketharata's alliance because, again, I can bring my allies in to take him out super easily. So it's good to have Kheterata have the alliances that I want them to have. Now, unfortunately, oh, we didn't actually declare for Brasan. Oh, okay, that's fine. But they are unsieging all of that, so let's send this 30k stack back to dissuade them from doing such rude things. Why would they try and unsiege land that I've taken? That's not very poggers. Alright, let's bring them down south. Make sure you get a little bit of maneuver guy, move a little faster. And Everthil has declared reconquest on Kheterata. They really want this 6 development desert back. But you know what? I won't complain. That's another 60,000 troops that Kheterata has to deal with. Let's just make sure that we are the ones that end up with this fort. That's what's most important to me at the moment. Now, I do want to prevent this 35,000 stack from engaging by themselves onto this 22,000. So this 31, they are going to come and reinforce over here. It looks like, yeah, they're planning on doing a little bit of a sneaky time. Kind of want you to engage there, but I don't want you to engage alone. And we have won the Siege of Kheterata. We're going to, of course, burn the province to the ground. And now we don't need to engage anymore. You're moving to it. Oh, you're moving here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and engage. I feel much better sending these troops up to the north now. I can still see them. They are going to make a move for their capital, but where are you moving to? Who in here? Oh, I forgot to let them lock in. That was foolish. That was foolish of me. But we are doing alright. I could take admin tech. I don't think I will at the moment, though. Won't hurt us not to. Make sure we just keep sieging everything. Look at that. They're already at 55%. State needs the money. Actually, I need the prestige. Thank you. Guess my vassal's a little upsetty spaghetti that I took their land. But, like, they're my vassal, so really it's my land anyways? I think it's interesting that they think they can get mad at me taking their land. When in reality, soon they will be a full integrated member of the Rayuel Republic, and they shall feel the freedom whether they like it or not. Alright, my main problem with piecing out right now, can't get these 2 provinces, which I need. Otherwise, yeah, we're good to go. Of course I want max money. Why would you not take max money? Looks like they are sieging down some stuff. You know what, let's send this 31 stack down to try and catch them, moving in that direction. And this 30,000 can now go to deal with the enemies. Yep, just keep going. Now, Everthil is an interesting problem on some points. Okay, they don't want anything down in here. But I kind of do. But no, I will hold back. Maybe we'll get claims on it through my missions. I have no idea. And so I don't want to move in too early and ruin that. Alright. They should be ready to piece out the Jadari because, well, no, they're at minus 66 now, so Jadari's not going to want to piece out. That is a little bit problematic for my plans. I won't lie. Let's bring you in. Istralor with 48,000 men down south. A true ally. Send in all of his troops down south when the Empire could be attacked at any moment. I appreciate that. Alright, let's go ahead and sink their navy. All my guys should be ready. I kind of forgot about them. But I would love to get rid of all these stupid pirates. And we sack wiped and I wasn't even paying attention. Oops. My bad. Let's send you down south. You can siege your way there. That way they don't take too much attrition damage. You move down to there. You move up, I think. I'm going to be taking too much attrition, but we're doing fine on manpower. And we wiped their army here. Everthil, I may need to go to war with to get rid of those pirates eventually. But for now, we can just send them back. It looks like they're pirating down in Kheterata's land, and that's not really too big of an issue for me. But we may want to consider increasing our naval force limit and pirating Everthil. It is a very valuable trade node, 29.4 ducats, and it would force them to divert resources, which is what's really important for us. Looks like Kheterata is basically out of troops, and they did peace out with the Jadari, which means we are good to take whatever the heck we want to take. And here's what we're going to take. I think that looks good to me. It does extend our empire a little far, but it cuts off Kheterata from declaring on the Jadari up here. Again, they can still declare from the south, but I might be able to warn them after this. I'm really not sure. Now, this isn't in the Bulwar, but this is, and that's why... Let me just double check that, actually. Subcontinents, yes. So this is still in the Bulwar, which is why I want to take it. And I just like to have this connection here. It just makes it way easier. You can throw a fort down right here if you want to, and then no one can get through. Or like, yeah, fort here and like a fort here, and a fort on this mountain province, and you cut off this part of the world from this part, and it's really hard to break through without taking tons of attrition. So we'll take a little bit less money and grab some war reps. Fine. Thank you for your contribution, and have a very, very nice day. Ooh, look at that. If only Jadari didn't own this little bit of land, our name would be spread all across right here. We are looking very strong. Very, very strong. And that does also give us all of the provinces that we will need to unite the cities of the Bulwar. We just need to core this province right here. So, what to do now, I guess, is the question. We obviously need to deal with the little bit of a rebel problem that we will inevitably have. So let's bring our troops up there and our 31k troops back up into the center of our empire. I also want to build a spy network on the Jadari. That way I can get the claims that I need to come and take this, and possibly this. I forgot about this little province right here between recording sessions. Harpy minority is expelled. How are we doing when it comes to Harpy majority? We still have a couple. Oh, yeah, I'll take the money on that one. And we have so much money right now. So let's go ahead and, yes, we will build those. Let's just build all the manufactories, just all of them. We are starting to scale up in size. Now, if I wanted to develop the institution, I don't know why Istralord doesn't sell it to me. Like, bro, I will buy it. Please, please, please let me ask the AI for knowledge sharing. I beg of you. I make so much money. I'm willing to give it to you. But I may want to develop it, the institution, somewhere. But for now, I think we just encourage development. We need to develop both of these provinces up to 12 to complete a mission here. There we go. Well, not complete it, but to get a little bit further. And now all we need is Tunkalum, so let's find Tunkalum is probably the better way to pronounce it. And 9, 10, 11, 12. And just like that, that is a mission fulfilled. So, Elven Monasteries. As our army marches east, it conquers lands that have long been ruled by Sun Elven monarchs. Here and there, we find landowners and nobles who see this as going against the natural order of things. While we do need these elders' wisdom, it is clear that we need to put them somewhere, where their endless chatter about the good old days is a bit less heard. A few cozy monasteries could serve as a wonderful retirement for these old souls, so that they can fulfill their duty of maintaining the light of Suriel's chosen. So that gives us -2 national unrest and plus 10% production efficiency for 20 years. I'm going to hold off, I think? No, there's no way. I was thinking about holding off so that way our trade nodes have more value when it comes to trying to spawn global trade, but I don't think we're going to catch up to the Dame's Head. Now there is another place kind of like that in the game, and they start independent. They're right here. I can't remember what they're called, but basically it's where the Moon Elves kick all of their elders to, for the exact same reason that we did, which I think is kind of funny. The elves love to kick out the old people and put them in retirement communities. Alrighty, let's continue to convert things. We do need to try and get to 100% religious unity at some point, but that might take a while. Alright, Akritil needs a manufactory. Have I not built one yet? I have. Ah, it needs development. Well, let's go ahead and encourage development. Yeah, we'll do the military. Just like that, that is another mission fulfilled, and this is why I wanted to form, or be able to form Circus pretty soon, as we are getting to the end of Rayuel's missions. So, expand the vineyards. With the vineyards re-established in Azka Selazka, we can now look to establish more further into Medbahar Valley, specifically Akrid 2. Its fertile and untouched lands are currently left only to sheep grazing. As such, let us expand the vineyards and make the Medbahar Valley the wine capital of Bulwar. So, wine will now be produced in Akrid 2, and until the end of the game, both that province and Azka Selazka get -30% development cost. Which is very good, because remember, this is where I developed an institution, so it's very expensive to dev there, and we need to for more missions. So this, in combination with our policy, is going to be absolutely amazing. And we can instantly complete introduce Sun Elven techniques. So, in Tenkar, the elves, who are known perfectionists, have cultivated vineyards for centuries. There, they have adopted a form of terraced vineyards, both elegant and highly effective in producing a large supply of beautiful grapes. Perhaps adopting the same system along the Medbahar Valley would bring us an even more bountiful harvest, providing Azkapass for everyone in the Divan Hall. So, Agshelum gets terraced vineyards till the end of the game, giving -30% development cost and +1 goods produced. Very nice. Oh, and Azka Silatska and Akratil get an additional +1 local goods produced. Beautiful. Now we need to fire up the forges. So that means that Azka Barzil, that's very close to Brazil, has a workshop and a manufactory and 8 production. Well, well, well. Guess what I can do? Let me just develop it up to 8. And look at that. Mission fulfilled. Fire up the forges. Iron is not only a crucial metal for an army to function, but a rare metal in Bahar. Conveniently, Azka Barzil has a large supply of it, and several mines and forges can be found all across the province. Should we invest in restarting these forges after the decades of devastation, our army shall surely prosper. So this gives plus 10% shock damage for 10 years, and until the end of the game, minus 5% infantry cost. That's pretty nice. Nice little bonus. Cool bit of lore, and that is what's most important. Now, we are going to need to build a bunch of level 4 forts when we take this mill tech, so I think we're going to save up money so that way we can do that. Man, we are really just scaling up right now. We are, in fact, scaling up probably a little bit too much. Almost hitting our governing capacity, which is interesting. And that is the end of our golden age. Remember, we popped that for our first war against Kheterata because it was going to be a very difficult one. Or at least I thought it was going to be. It ended up being not too bad. But that's alright. You gotta spend your golden era when you need it. It allowed us to catch up on admin tech easier as well. You can pull that off now and claim this. Get as many claims on the Jadari as I can. We'll be going to war with them in 3 years to take as much of this as possible. I think taking mill tech is worth it right now. So we are going to do that. So our armies are much better than most of our neighbors. Now I am keeping an eye on these dwarves. They have 54,000 men. I think we could beat them. And at some point we may push into the Serpent Spine. I don't know how I feel about that. Usually I leave the Serpent Spine alone. But let me know down in the comments, do you think that we should spread into at least this branch of the Serpent Spine and grab it for ourselves? We do have dwarves as an accepted culture, so we could make use of these holds. And it would be a good place to send a lot of our money that we're making to restoring them. So just let me know what you think. Alright, and we're going to let some time pass here. Now there is absolutely no supply in these provinces, so let's go ahead and... What did you say it was? It was 26, but out there it's 23, so we send them back, and then we can send this army up to the north. And we have gained Brasan as a core province, so we could, right now, form Syracuse. I think we'll save it for the next one, though. Alright, so Harpies over Matsual. So once again, Harpies have descended upon the village. Meh. I don't want to spend money on that. Bloodsong is now equal amongst men. Interesting. We are going to have to expel some of the dog guys. What are their names? The gnolls. I guess they're hyenas, not dogs. So, the warning of Zal Ardeth. A mysterious desert nomad has arrived in a newly settled hamlet in Ardu with an ominous warning. Leave or die. Well, that sounds more like a threat than a warning. He says he is from the Zal Ardeth tribe, wardens of Amusu's grave near which the hamlet settled. According to legend, Amusu's grave hosts an ancient evil that must never be awoken, and the Zal Ardeth are the respected Mashnissa? Mashnis? I don't know, close enough. A custodian tribe who ensure that no one enters the place and risk awakening whatever may be in there. They say that if the settlement is not abandoned, they will summon the Sirusham, the governing body of the 7 Mashnissa tribes, and call for a direct attack against Ardu. Our learned wise men explain that the Amusu, after whom the tomb is named, is a mythological figure of ancient Bulwar, one of the fabled god kings who bound Jinn to their will and had their every wish granted. He supposedly wished to be the only one who could wish, which rendered him mute. They learned men do emphasize that there must be a good reason to protect this place if the whole of the Sir Husham completely support any and all actions of the Zal Ardeth. The skeptical in our court were quick to denounce the words of these wise men as silly fairy tales and ask the great Marash Adamar to stand against the tribals who threatened the people of Rayuel. I think we just let it go. I think we just take their word for it. Sometimes it's good to listen to the local people, as they usually know what the heck is going on. So in this case, we will in fact listen to them, and we will not disturb whatever great evil is in that province. I'm good. I have enough great evils to deal with that are outside the nation. I don't need one spawning inside of it as well. Alright, and now we're just dealing with rebels, and it is time to start upgrading our forts. Now let's check which ones we need. So, Azka's Cell Azka, right here. Upgrade it. Let's go ahead and upgrade Tenolan. Where is Tenolan? I've already forgotten. Tenolan, right here. Okay, level 4 fort. Fire away. And let's go to Sad. Cuz? Oh no. Cuz, yeah. Here, okay, that's fine. We can upgrade that fort. We can afford to do one more fort in this episode. We will upgrade our northern fort, Balord. That seems like a pretty nice idea. Now, there are some pretty good bonuses with this wonder. Plus 15% manpower recovery speed, plus 5 yearly armor petition, and plus 0.5. And plus 0.5 yearly prestige. So we may want to start dropping some money into this great work. At least after this is done. I mean, we're making plenty. 61 ducats a month. I mean, we're just so incredibly rich at the moment. And in the next episode, I think we're going to get even richer, because we are going to be forming the nation of Surakesh. I believe it's called Surakesh. Could be wrong. But yes, we will be switching tags from Rayuel. Now, we will keep all of the missions that we have right now, so luckily, we're not going to lose all this very good content. And I'm really looking forward to being able to keep doing this while also finding some more stuff. Yeah, I am super excited. But that is all the time that I have for today. So I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.